Do you gain belly fat? Get rid of these 8 mistakes. Eating disorders should be avoided if you have problems with gaining belly fat. Too much fat stored around the waist is extremely unhealthy. Belly fat presses on internal organs and also is more difficult to cover it under clothing. The best thing to do is to start getting rid of it step by step. It is not working, maybe you make these 8 mistakes too. Did you know that getting rid of the fat from the buttocks and thighs is a bigger problem for many women than to get rid of fat from the abdomen? So come into battle together with us. Let's look at these 8 tips and you can say goodbye to oversized clothes. 1. You consume too many carbohydrates. According to research, there is often one common denominator behind belly fat: sugar. Consumption of sweetened beverages and sugar-rich sweets leads to fat storage in the abdominal area. Also, scientists have shown that calories taken from drinks do not have the same effect on our body as those consumed in food. In sweet drinks, we can absorb a huge amount of sugars, often in the form of fructose, at once, which causes an increased amount of fat stored in the waist area. According to many studies, the consumption of sugar-rich, sweetened drinks causes childhood obesity. 2. Your diet does not contain enough protein. Lack of proteins in the diet affects changes in muscle structure. Our muscles need proteins for proper growth and regeneration. If there is a lack of them in the diet, muscle fibers are disrupted. Also, high carbohydrate foods, with which we often replace protein foods, will satiate us for a short time only, while high protein meals regularly added to the diet lead to reduced excess fat. 3. You do not have the right bacteria in your gut. Improper diet, antibiotic treatment, intestinal showers, or poor lifestyle often lead to the lack of suitable bacteria in your gut, resulting in feelings of bloating and often unpleasant pain. Do you have a bulging stomach caused by flatulence, constipation, or other digestive problems? It is usually caused by an irregular diet, insufficient fiber in the diet, stress, a sedentary lifestyle, and a general lack of exercise. Walk for at least 45 minutes a day. Cut down consumption of legumes, fresh pastry, and bread. Include high fiber foods, dairy products with live crops, probiotics, plenty of fruits and vegetables. Increase your drinking regime and eat regularly small portions. This lifestyle change will gradually stop the bloating unless you have other health problems associated with it. 4. Too much stress. Cortisol is a stress hormone essential for survival. The body begins to produce it when you feel danger. Nowadays, however, we are also stressed by employment, financial situation, or problems in the family, which often causes emotional obesity. We seek solace in food. However, cortisol itself causes fat to be stored in the abdomen. Studies of the hormonal system of women who had a larger waist circumference than the hips showed that they had an increase in cortisol secretion than women with a pear-type figure. Why is belly fat dangerous? The soft tire around the belt that folds you can squeeze it between your fingers is not as dangerous as the internal belly fat that presses on the internal organs. It comprises subcutaneous fat, which you can get rid of with a balanced, healthy diet and including regular exercise. Getting rid of internal fat is usually more difficult. It is often associated with other dangers: hypertension, high cholesterol, liver problems, type 2 diabetes. 5. You suffer from lack of sleep. Sleep problems cause the storage of excess fat. A survey of people who slept less than 5 hours a day showed that they were up to 32% more likely to gain weight than those who slept without interruption for at least 7 hours. Lack of sleep, besides gaining weight, can lead to several disorders. It causes problems with concentration, headaches, chronic migraines, insufficient muscle regeneration. If you snore, the lack of sleep often leads to insufficient oxygenation of brain tissues. Build on proper sleep hygiene and it can work wonders on its own. You have only one health. 6. You are going through menopause. During puberty, an increased amount of the hormone estrogen begins to be secreted in a woman's body, which causes more fat to build up in the hips and thighs. In this way, the body prepares for a potential pregnancy. However, after the last menstrual cycle, estrogen levels in women's body gradually decrease, resulting in fat storage in the abdomen. Research has shown that women who have overcome menopause at an older age tend to store more fat in the waist area than those who have had their last period at younger age. Here, a lifestyle change is often not enough. If you have a problem with postmenopausal weight gain, even though you eat healthily and move a lot, talk to your gynecologist to find a solution. Other more serious problems often occur during menopause, the treatment of which also leads to weight change. Don't be ashamed to deal with them. 7. You have a genetic predisposition, and you're not doing anything about it. Some people are more likely to store fat in the abdomen than others. Genetics is also to blame. If your parents have a tire around their waist, don't wait for your own. Engage in sport activities. Exclude unhealthy foods from your diet. Regularly consume healthy fats and enough protein. And you don't have to worry about anything. However, hundreds of crunches during the day will not help you. Try strength training to engage your inner abdominal muscles and walk for at least 45 minutes. 8. You move insufficiently. Since 1988, the number of people with an increased abdominal fat has increased significantly. The reason? Television. Sitting in front of the TV instead of physical activities and a passive and sedentary lifestyle leads to obesity and fat storage in the waist area. You only need to do regular sports at least twice a week for a year, and the percentage of belly fat can drop sharply downwards. So, will you try? What other tricks and tips do you use to fight belly fat? So, please let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.